Welcome to 2026. We're kicking off the new year focusing on you and how you can stick to your 2026 goals with a little help from AI. In today's video, I'll show you how to build an n8n workflow that tracks all your impulse buys using your phone. Let's get into it. So first things first, I'm gonna show you a live demo. So for that, Elizabeth, please come here because I want to show you something really cool.
All right, so show me what you've got there.
Okay, so basically what I have on my phone is a cool automation. So imagine you go to a supermarket or a coffee shop or a Sephora.
Yeah, I mean, Sephora is definitely on the list.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So imagine you go there and you pay for something, right?
Right.
You tap your iPhone or Android phone, I guess, and a prompt comes up asking you if that was an impulsive purchase or not.
Okay, right after you make the purchase, you mean?
Yeah, so it tracks the purchase itself, the price, the category, the supermarket or whatever, and then it asks, was it an impulsive purchase or not?
And do I get to pick the categories myself?
That's a good question. So basically, because I don't have a card reader right now, I don't have a way to show you, right? So I changed it a little bit for this demo only. So in this case, I set my iPhone to have this, action button as a trigger, let's say. So if I hold it, as you can see, it pops up how much you spend. So in this case, because I don't have a card reader, I will put it manually, right? So how much do you spend on Sephora, in Sephora?
Okay, I mean, depends. Don't judge me, but I don't know, let's say $100.
Okay, so you type 100, you press done. For this use case, you must select a category, right?
Okay, right.
So these categories can be changed inside n8n itself.
Okay,
So, it's not pre-built for you. You can change, modify, do whatever, right? Okay. So basically, I don't have, for this use case, Sephora, but let's say it's a restaurant, right?
Yeah.
So if I choose a restaurant and then it asks, was this an impulse buy? So it's either yes or no.
Oh, so I get to choose whether that was an impulsive buy or not. Okay.
You get to choose. So in this case, let's say that it was an impulse buy, right? And as you can see, it automatically shows you're on track with whatever sum is, this month out of your set budget. So it shows you a little preview of how much money you can spend on this category this month.
Right, and I basically set the budget on n8n myself, right?
Yeah, you set the thresholds inside n8n, you set the categories if you want, and if you use the card reader, they will automatically be set up for you. And
let's say if I go over my impulsive buys budget, does it have a notification that pops up or something?
Yeah, it actually does. So let me show you. So for example, I just spent 500 euros or dollars on a restaurant, right? So I press on that and it was an impulse buy, right? So I press on yes, and basically it says that warning, you're off track with $1,136 out of 200 set budget for this month. So it shows you a warning. Yeah, so the warning itself is the first part of this automation. The best part comes when the month ends, because you get an automated AI summary on all your spending with tips and tricks on what you should do next, for the next month.
To basically improve kind of my spending habits, I guess?
So I can even show you the email itself. So basically, if you go to the email, you get this email once per month, showing you the total spent,
That's actually very cool. It looks like a financial assistant
in a way.
Person actually put this together.
Yeah, in a way. So spending by category, spending over time. Of course, for this demo, I was doing this on one day, on the same day, but it also see that all spending was on the same day. So, it's in a way showing you something. And then the fun part, the emotional impulsive spending analysis.
I don't know if that's the fun part, honestly.
Yeah, but as you can see, for me, it's less than 1%, so I'm not that impulsive, I guess, in a way. But then it sees the patterns, it gives you insights, and of course, coaching and improvement tips. So for example, since my impulsive spending is very low, there's no concern
You're
that.
fine,
Yeah, I'm
basically.
fine. And the last thing is that we have actionable next steps. So what we could do to improve our budgeting in a way. So this comes once a month, and it's all built inside n8n.
So this is a very, very useful workflow to have.
Yeah, I built it for myself, and I'm actually using, yeah.
Okay, well now you can show us how to actually build it.
Okay, so now that you've seen how it actually works, let me show you how to build one inside n8n. Okay, so the first thing you have to do on iOS, you need to open Shortcuts app and build a little workflow that listens for workflows such as HTTP request, right? So in this case, I have my iPhone prepared and iOS Shortcuts app is opened. Right here, I have several prompts for me to answer. So the first question is how much you spent, right? So I enter a number. The second question is to choose from menu, which category did I spend it on? And the third question is, was this an impulse buy? And once we get all the responses, we need to send those responses via webhook URL that we'll later on will be listening on n8n. And the last thing is to send all these responses to the n8n via the webhook endpoint. Yeah, so right now we are in n8n, and as you can see, the first node for us is a webhook node. It has to have the same endpoint that you have pasted inside iOS Shortcuts app, and the HTTP method should be post. That's all you need to do. And one more thing is to select the respond to use this option. For the second node, we actually set the threshold for each category, so you can change these numbers to whatever you want. In this case, for example, for the health, I selected 1000, for the gas 300, and so on. The third node is actually responding for inserting data that comes from our iPhone to n8n data tables. And to create a new data table, you can press here, and you can see this option, create new data table. Once you press this button, you will see a new button called create data table. You can create a new data table and call it whatever you want. So in this case, I will call budget app from scratch and press on create. Once you do that, you will need to add several columns to that data table. So the first one will be category as string. The second will be price as number. And for the third column, let's call it impulsive, and the type should be Boolean, so that it's either true or false. Okay, so in this step, we have our data table created, and it is ready for us to accept new data. So if we only wanted to insert new data into data tables, that would be it. But we're not stopping here, because we also want to check if we are not overspending during the month. So I'll be using another node to get all of the transactions that are currently stored inside data table. Okay, so the next node is filter node, and this node is responsible to filter only those transactions that I just spent my money on with the same category. And look closely into this input, where I specifically tell to filter only those transactions that happens in this month. Once we have all of those transactions for this month filtered to this category, we summarize and add all the prices that I spent on. So in the end, we have a sum price for this specific category for this specific month. Then the next node will check whether we overspent or underspent the monthly budget that we have set. And the last node is responsible to send back the text to your iPhone. It should be selected with all incoming items, and that's it. You have the first part of this workflow. So basically, for the second part, it's really simple. We get all of our data, we analyze it using AI, and then we send an email to ourselves of the whole summary of AI. So we have this first node called schedule trigger. We set the trigger interval to 1 month, and then we set the trigger to be the first day of every month. After that, we once again get all the transactions that we currently have in our data tables. Then we filter only those transactions that happened in the previous month. Then we aggregate all the data except a few fields that are not necessary for the workflow itself. Then we send this data to our AI assistant. And as you can see here, I have my prompt ready to analyze my transactions. And as you can see, it's pretty complicated, but you can copy mine and use it for your own sake. And then we also pass all the data that comes from data tables, meaning all your transactions that happened in the previous month. And the last step, once AI analyzes all your transactions, is to send an email using n8n to yourself. And that is as simple as writing your own email here and inputting the HTML content inside the message itself. So if you want to steal my workflow, don't forget to use our discount code down below for 10% off when you start your own self-hosted n8n with Hostinger. And let me know what kind of automations are you going to build this year. Let us know in the comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more AI-powered tips and tricks. See you in the next one.